Welcome to Always Around B-Movie Horror.
This week on Always Around Horror, I'm going to review Daybreakers. This movie takes the usual vampire concept and flips it on its head. In Daybreakers, there's a world full of vampires. Pretty much everybody is a vampire. Really, there's very few humans left. They're an endangered species, a bit like pandas, but with crossbows. And they're hunted by the vampires and dragged back to be held in sort of big suspended farms, kind of like the Matrix in reverse, sort of. Anyway, it's not good. It's not looking good for the humans. The vampires live out a gloomy mausoleum parody of their previous existence. They buy and sell humans on the stock exchange. They have UV screens on the floor-to-ceiling windows of their skyscrapers and drive-by wire on their cars so they can move around during the daytime. So it turns out in the world of Daybreakers that the second urge a vampire gets is to go out and buy himself a snappy suit and a fedora hat in order that he should look as much like a 1940s gangster as possible. Not only are the civilians dressed in 1940s style, but even the vampire police have retro uniforms that wouldn't be out of place in The Godfather 1. The vampire world is filmed in muted blues and greys. It's a world of a twilight gloom. Whereas the human scenes have a lot of reds and yellows in, and they're full of warmth and light. So on the surface, the vampires live an urbane and civilized existence. Everything is orderly and everything makes sense. But concealed underneath it all is a problem. The humans are dying off one by one, and they're not catching enough to replace them. And so they're running out of blood. And it turns out that when a vampire is starved of blood, they undergo a change. Basically, they end up as a kind of zombie nosferatu. And it's not a pretty sight. It's a lot like someone who's really, really drunk. You know, there's the running around naked and the slobbering, except instead of wanting kebab, they want blood. And any blood will do. Vampire blood, human blood, their own blood, any blood, they're not fussy. So this is a little bit of a problem, particularly as there's more and more of these just beast things all the time. Basically, the shit is about to hit the fan big style in Vampire World. Everybody is going to hell in a handbasket unless somebody comes up with a synthetic blood substitute. There's a triumvirate of mostly B-movie actors, but excellent actors, basically propping up this movie. You've got Sam Neill, and he plays the malevolent, gloating chairman of this giant sort of bloodstock trading / pharmaceutical company, and he gets to do lots of sort of menacing sneering, which is superb. This company employs Edward Dalton, who's played by Ethan Hawke, who's excellent and sort of broods and smokes and glowers all the way through the movie as he's this like vampire scientist who spent years trying to come up with this blood substitute, and it's just so close, this close, but not close enough. It's just not working. And then halfway through the movie, Willem Dafoe turns up and just gets to deliver some really excellent lines. So on the one hand, you've kind of got the sort of Monty Burns character, excellent, played by Sam Neill, and on the other hand, you've got You got Willem Dafoe, who's sort of this down-home hooky mystery man, and he comes out with all these great lines, which is superb. So, you know, 3 really solid players there. So basically, Daybreakers is a terrific movie. It's a notch up from the average horror. You know, it tells a story that seizes your attention, but at the same time, you've still got lots of violence and blood and gore, people getting bitten, people getting shot. You know, there's a good deal of things bursting into flames. That's pretty cool. So that's a lot of fun. And the plot's not too clever. It doesn't, like, you know, try to be all like, woo. So basically, it leaves you room to play that sort of B-movie horror spot the cliche game. You know, when will the black guy die? When will the cute girl get shot, killed, bitten, whatever? Yeah? There's plenty of room to play that game in this movie, and it's quite satisfying. You could play it as a drinking game. That could be fun. Anyway, recommended. Definitely beer, pizza, and Daybreakers. Good night in. Now, if you want to watch the trailer and you're on the Always Around site, all you need to do is scroll down. It's embedded down there. Otherwise, click on the link and we'll take you to it. Hope you've enjoyed this video review. There'll be more from Always Around soon. Please subscribe. Cheers.